What's going on, YouTube traders, investors? Today we're looking at Altria, ticker symbol MO. They've been on quite a dip since hitting about $50. That's due to the debacle with Juul, but I think things could turn around. And they also sport an over 7% dividend yield. Let's get into it. All right, before we get into the video, there's gonna be a link in the description below for Robinhood. If you use that link to sign up, you get a free stock, I get a free stock, it's all good. And you stand a chance of getting a Berkshire Hathaway, Apple, Facebook, GE, Ford, and many more. And remember that everything on the Robinhood app is free. You don't pay any fees to trade. That means buy or sell any stock. Also, options are free too. So please use that link. It'll be greatly appreciated. Thank you in advance. All right, here we are in the web platform of Robinhood, and we're going to look at my position in Altria. We're going to scroll down. Currently, I have 13 shares at an average cost of $45.81. It represents almost 14% of my portfolio. And currently, I'm down a little over 1.5%. So a little backstory on this position. I was up probably almost 18% at one point. And the stock has hit about $50, maybe a little over 50. And then some bad news came out that we're going to get into in the recent news, but it basically sent the stock down, I think 7-8% that day that the news came out. And since then, it's kind of been hovering at around the $45-$46 range. So we're done with my position. We're going to go ahead and jump into the recent news. On January 30th, Altria posted a loss as it took a $4.1 billion impairment charge for its investment in e-cigarette company Juul. Yeah, that was the day that the stock dropped like 7-8% because they brought this forward. And I think it is quite unfair to Altria and Juul to pin this on them. It's, from what I understand, baseless. And the reason I say this is because there's like 10 million other companies that create e-cigarettes, make their own liquids, stretch it with whatever. And I think they determined that it was vitamin E acetate that was killing people. I believe there was 60 people that died in the United States and like 2,700 that were hospitalized. But I just think it's really unfair to pin that just on Juul. And they go on to say the charge reflects the increased number of legal cases against Juul and the expectation that the number will grow. Yeah, and that's the thing. There's going to be lots of lawsuits because at the end of the day, people want money. And if they think that they can get money, they're going to file a lawsuit, especially against a big company like Altria and Juul. So it is what it is. You know, I want to make money, but I tend to do it the correct way. And another thing that dropped the stock that day was that Altria cut its long-term earnings per share growth targets. So from their targets from 2020 to 2022 were cut from what they expected to get 5 to 8%. They adjusted that goal to 4 to 7% to reflect its investment in Juul. So they took a knock with Juul, but I think things are going to turn around. And with that agreement with Juul, if their investment gets down to where it's 10%, then a non-compete that they signed is not going to happen. They'll be able to compete against Juul. So if it gets down to where there's 10% of their investment, they can compete with Juul, and I'm pretty sure that they will. So we're going to go bounce over to FinViz and look at the dividend yield and just see if it's safe or not. All right, here we are in finviz.com, the best free stock screener available. And we're going to go ahead and scroll down to where the numbers are that are important. The dividend yield percentage is 7.43%. The stock pays $3.36 per share. That is divided over 4 quarters, which equals to about 84 cents a share per quarter. So very, very nice dividend. It's not often you're going to find a dividend this good with a company this big. So the only thing that is kind of a knock is the dividend payout ratio. They say 92%, but from the research I did on other websites, it's closer to like 78, 75, somewhere around there. But this is a company that's been able to pay this dividend for over 10 years. And they've been growing their dividend for over 10 years. So I don't see it as something serious that they're going to need to cut their dividend. I think they're going to find their plan, and you'll see that the stock will do fine. We'll look at some of the latest upgrades or downgrades. On October 18th, they received an upgrade from Citigroup from sell to neutral. And then December 2nd, they received another upgrade from Citigroup from neutral to buy. And then January 31st, this is a day after they had all the bad news, they got an upgrade from Piper Sandler from neutral to overweight with a price target of $57. So I think that with this dividend yield and this big of a company, they're not going to fail. I don't believe they're going to cut the dividend. I think it's safe for a while. So I think it's safe for at least 2022. So we're going to jump over into the Thinkorswim platform so we can draw trend lines and try to figure out where this stock is going. All right, here we are in the Thinkorswim platform, probably one of the best platforms out there to use. And if you would like to use this platform, all you have to do is open an account with TD Ameritrade. You do not have to fund that account, and you'll be able to download this software and chart to your heart's content. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this. And I've done a video on Altria before. And before we did the video, it was probably right in here somewhere. I want to say, I don't remember the exact date, but I do remember calling out a bounce at about 40. And sure enough, right here, we hit a low of $39.30, but then we came up and bounced at about $40. And then since that second bounce, we tracked all the way up to about $51.60. So this is where we're at now. We're sitting at $45.15. I'm going to point out this resistance right here at about $51.60, $51.70. We'll go ahead and put a line right there. So right here at $51.60, we hit it one time, went down to about the 200, came up, hit it again, then started going down. We probably would have went down as far if the bad news hadn't came out this day. And this was what took us down another 7 to 8%. And it's pretty much continued down since. But I am seeing that it could possibly bottom at around 43 is what I'm thinking. So we're going to go ahead and remove these lines because this is not relevant anymore. Remove. Here's the little double bottom right down here. And we're going to go ahead and take from this low and just bring it up here just as a guide. So this is where we're at right now. And I think we could go down to about 43, maybe a little over 43. So right in this range. So, but we're going to use this as the bottom support line. And we know that we have resistance up here at about 51.60. So I think this stock is going to continue down a little bit more before it finds a bottom and starts to recover. But it could bottom right here. It could be playing off of this trend line. A lot of investing is psychological. So once people investors start putting their lines up, their support lines and resistance lines, a lot of investors use the same lines to trade off of. Trading is psychological. So you want to be able to know when to get in and when to get out. And one way to do that is with trend lines. And it's pretty simple if you ask me. It's just a matter of getting in and learning it and doing it. But anyways, I think this is going to continue down. That's my speculation until it turns around. And then you won't see any major resistance till about 51.60. So that's my take on this. And like I say before, always do your own research. Don't take anybody's advice on YouTube or wherever. Do your own research, due diligence, before you make a decision to jump into a stock. And with this, I'm going to conclude this video. If you like the content, subscribe, and please hit that like button. It helps out tremendously. It helps get my information out to more people. So please like, and if you want future notifications, go ahead and smash that bell. So anytime I post a video, you'll get an alert right when it posts. Or if I do a premiere, you'll get the premiere notification. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.